we have here is television studio lighting from, I'd say, 1952 to 1968. We did a little research on these, and that's when they were used. They're out of Nashville, WDCN TV Channel 8. We left the original stenciling on them. There's also a actual inventory tag that's stamped in aluminum on the side from that same TV network. So these things probably lit Elvis, Johnny Cash, everybody. That was a popular network during those times. What we've done with them though is we've made them a little more user-friendly, because originally they came with this lamp, which has got, if you could see it close, it almost has its own ecosystem going on inside of it, and it probably draws around 30 amps, which means you have to plug it in through this connector, which is probably not the outlet you have in your home. So what we did was we relamped them, but they still have the original sockets and everything. If you wanted to go back to the original use, you could, but we relamped them with a 40-watt fluorescent inside, and they are fully articulating however you want. The stands are on wheels, and they're just kind of a neat piece to where you can have a real piece of a television network, not a knockoff, not something made abroad. This is the real McCoy that actually does the job, and you can have it in your living room. This is a late 20s, early 30s carbon arc spotlight. These are what they used to use in the movie industry to actually film for early television shows and television movies and things like that. What they did with these was, after they would shoot the movie and they were going to do the premiere, the studio people would drag these things down to the location wherever the theater or premiere was going to be, set them up out front, aim them straight up in the air, and turn them on and use them as searchlights. They kind of pulled double duty. Originally were done with carbon arc, which is basically like an arc welder in a can. So for safety reasons and health reasons and smoke and noise and everything like that, we've revamped the internal area with a LED lithium-ion power supply unit where you can plug it into the wall and have it stationary wherever you'd like it and use it. Or as you can see here, we don't have it plugged in at all, but we're running off the lithium-ion battery inside, and you can still see all the actual carbon arcs, all the internals, all the mechanisms, everything that they used to use back in the day. And it's actually quite a showstopper. Everything's fully functional. It's got a big brass bezel on it to where you can go in and actually access the carbons the way you used to have to do to adjust things. But now it'll just run on a DC power supply, and it'll stay on just off battery alone 8 to 10 hours. It's fully articulating, and we mounted the power supply inside the bottom of the base, and we use the same rotary contacts that they used back in the day. So you can rotate this thing around completely 360 degrees without wondering why the wire inside that's running this is not getting twisted up, because it's actually a brush contact. The Carlisle and Finch Company is the one that invented this spotlight. They actually invented the first carbon arc searchlight in the late 1800s, and they're still in business today. They were traditionally used for the maritime industry, but also for the war effort to spot fighter planes and enemy, as well as theaters, airports, prisons, any high security installation. These guys are the kings of that industry. These are the sight windows that actually have a welding glass in them to where the operator could stand up and view without burning his eyeballs out, because it's about 600 million candle power when it's in full operation. It's also welded to a complete base, which is on wheels, and you can access the power supply or anything like that via a door down on the bottom. It's quite a unique piece, all original, and really an awesome showstopper of how they used to do things back in the day. Great for anyone with a home theater system or somebody that needs some kind of a cool prop or light. It's quite a conversation piece. It's time to talk about these. These are ellipsoidals, quite a cool fixture used in the theatrical industry, concert industry from, I'd say, the late 50s to mid-90s, even. You'll find them in theaters today even. These are the real McCoy. It's a heavy-duty structured fixture, cast, steel, huge glass magnifying lenses. We've removed the 1,000-watt lamps that would burn you and replaced them with an incandescent light to where you can actually use them in your home. They're touch sensor, 3 levels of dimming, so you can touch it, turn it on very low right here. You can touch anywhere on the stand to another level, to 3 levels of brightness, and then also off. They're fully functional with the shutters that can allow them to trim, to use them for task lighting on art pieces or a sculpture, fixture, anything else you might have. When you're looking for unique lighting, whether it's stage lighting, vintage lighting, repurposed lighting, completely custom lighting, we're your one-stop shop to get the unique at an affordable price and have the real McCoy, not some knockoff that's made in foreign countries. This is the real stuff that was actually used. I guess what we're trying to explain to you is that we stock all different types of lighting and specializing in the custom, unique, the real McCoy stuff that was actually used on television sets, movie premieres, studios, concerts. This stuff all has a story behind it, and you're welcome to come down. I'm inviting everyone seeing this to come down and have a look at it in person. You'll definitely see the difference between what's out there on the market that's being just mass produced and this kind of stuff. So if you're looking for the real legit stuff that actually has been out there and done the task and really brings a unique story and vibe to your home decor, this is the place to shop, and come by and we'd love to talk to you.
Ideas you can touch at Louie Tozser Design.